Question 1. What historic event in 1707 unified England and Scotland under a single sovereign? A. The signing of the Magna Carta. B. The Battle of Agincourt. C. The Act of Union. D. The establishment of the Church of England. Answer: C. The Act of Union. The Act of Union in 1707 unified England and Scotland under a single sovereign, creating the Kingdom of Great Britain. Question 2. Who is the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom as of 2022? A. Boris Johnson. B. Theresa May. C. David Cameron. D. Rishi Sunak. Answer: D. Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak has served as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and leader of the Conservative Party since 2022. Question 3. What year did the Battle of Hastings take place? A. 1066. B. 1215. C. 1415. D. 1707. Answer: A. 1066. The Battle of Hastings occurred in 1066, marking a decisive moment in English history with William the Conqueror's victory. Question 4. Who is known as the father of the English Navy? A. Sir Francis Drake. B. Henry VIII. C. Horatio Nelson. D. Winston Churchill. Answer: B. Henry VIII. Henry VIII is known as the father of the English Navy for his significant contributions to its development. Question 5. What document, signed in 1215, is considered a foundational piece of England's legal system? A. The Bill of Rights. B. The Act of Union. C. The Magna Carta. D. The Charter of Liberties. Answer: C. The Magna Carta. Signed in 1215, the Magna Carta is a cornerstone of England's legal system, establishing principles that limit the powers of the monarchy. Question 6. What was the primary purpose of the Magna Carta? A. To declare independence from France. B. To limit the powers of the king and protect the rights of the nobility. C. To establish the Church of England. D. To unify England and Scotland. Answer: B. To limit the powers of the king and protect the rights of the nobility. The Magna Carta was primarily intended to limit the powers of the king and ensure certain rights and liberties. Question 7. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK? A. Margaret Thatcher. B. Elizabeth I. C. Theresa May. D. Mary Queen of Scots. Answer: A. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first female Prime Minister of the UK, serving from 1979 to 1990. Question 8. In which year did the UK join the European Economic Community, which later became known as the European Union? A. 1952. B. 1973. C. 1984. D. 1992. Answer: B. 1973. The UK joined the European Economic Community, later known as the European Union, in 1973. Question 9. What significant event took place in 1066 that changed the course of English history? A. The signing of the Magna Carta. B. The Black Death. C. The Battle of Hastings. D. The Glorious Revolution. Answer: C. The Battle of Hastings. The Battle of Hastings in 1066 was a turning point in English history, leading to Norman conquest and control. Question 10. Describe the main outcome of the Glorious Revolution of 1688. A. The establishment of the Commonwealth. B. The restoration of the monarchy. C. The establishment of parliamentary sovereignty over the monarchy. D. The signing of the Magna Carta. Answer: C. The establishment of parliamentary sovereignty over the monarchy. The Glorious Revolution of 1688 led to the constitutional monarchy, with Parliament gaining sovereignty over the monarchy. Question 11. What are the Houses of Parliament also known as? A. The Royal Courts. B. The Palace of Westminster. C. Buckingham Palace. D. The Tower of London. Answer: B. The Palace of Westminster. The Houses of Parliament are located in the Palace of Westminster. Question 12. When did women in the UK first gain the right to vote? A. 1918. B. 1928. C. 1945. D. 1969. Answer: A. 1918. Women in the UK first gained the right to vote in 1918, though initially it was limited to women over the age of 30 who met certain property qualifications. Question 13. What historical period is Queen Victoria associated with? A. The Elizabethan era. B. The Victorian era. C. The Georgian era. D. The Tudor period. Answer: B. The Victorian era. Queen Victoria's reign from 1837 to 1901 is known as the Victorian era. Question 14. Who was the British monarch during the American War of Independence? A. King George III. B. Queen Elizabeth I. C. King Henry VIII. D. King James I. Answer: A. King George III. King George III was the monarch during the American War of Independence. Question 15. What is the significance of the Battle of Britain in 1940? A. It marked the end of the British Empire. B. It was a crucial victory in the air that prevented a German invasion of Britain. C. It resulted in Britain losing its naval superiority. D. It was the last battle of World War I. Answer: B. It was a crucial victory in the air that prevented a German invasion of Britain. The Battle of Britain was a significant turning point in World War II. Question 16. Who wrote the famous plays Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet? A. Geoffrey Chaucer. B. William Shakespeare. C. Charles Dickens. D. Jane Austen. Answer: B. William Shakespeare. Shakespeare is credited with writing Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet, among other famous works. Question 17. In what year did the Great Fire of London occur? A. 1066. B. 1215. C. 1666. D. 1707. Answer: C. 1666. The Great Fire of London took place in 1666, causing widespread destruction. Question 18. What was the primary goal of the Chartists in the 19th century? A. To abolish the monarchy. B. To gain independence for Scotland. C. To secure parliamentary reform and universal male suffrage. D. To end the Industrial Revolution. Answer: C. To secure parliamentary reform and universal male suffrage. The Chartists aimed for significant democratic reforms, including universal male suffrage. Question 19. Who discovered penicillin and in what year? A. Marie Curie in 1898. B. Alexander Fleming in 1928. C. Isaac Newton in 1705. D. Charles Darwin in 1859. Answer: B. Alexander Fleming in 1928. Fleming's discovery of penicillin revolutionized medicine. Question 20. What does the term suffrage refer to? A. The right to vote in political elections. B. A period of severe economic downturn. C. The legal system in medieval England. D. The process of becoming a knight. Answer A. The right to vote in political elections. Suffrage specifically refers to the right to vote in elections, a fundamental aspect of democratic societies. Question 21. Explain the significance of the Industrial Revolution in the UK. A. Initiated major social and economic changes with the shift from agrarian societies to industrial powerhouses. B. Marked the beginning of Britain's decline as a global power. C. Led to the immediate improvement in living standards for all citizens. D. Resulted in the cessation of all agricultural activity in the UK. Answer A. Initiated major social and economic changes with the shift from agrarian societies to industrial powerhouses. The Industrial Revolution started in the UK and dramatically transformed its society and economy, laying the groundwork for the modern industrialized world. Question 22. What is the doctrine of the rule of law? A. The king or queen has absolute power over the law. B. Laws are made by the judiciary. C. Everyone, including those who govern, is subject to the law. D. Laws are suggested by the public and approved by the monarch. Answer C. Everyone, including those who govern, is subject to the law. The rule of law is a fundamental principle that ensures fairness and justice, asserting that every individual and authority within a state, including the government itself, is subject to the law. Question 23. Who is considered the patron saint of England? A. Saint Andrew. B. Saint David. C. Saint George. D. Saint Patrick. Answer C. Saint George. Saint George is celebrated as the patron saint of England, known for his legendary tale of slaying a dragon. Question 24. What was Operation Dynamo during World War II? A. The code name for the development of the atomic bomb. B. The evacuation of British and Allied forces from Dunkirk, France in 1940. C. The first successful offensive operation by the Allies. D. A covert operation to assassinate high-ranking Nazi officials. Answer B. The evacuation of British and Allied forces from Dunkirk, France in 1940. Operation Dynamo is notable for the miraculous evacuation of Allied soldiers from the beaches and harbour of Dunkirk in the face of German forces. Question 25. Detail the significance of the Act of Union 1707. A. It established the Commonwealth. B. It created the United Kingdom of Great Britain by uniting the kingdoms of England and Scotland. C. It marked the beginning of the English Civil War. D. It was a peace treaty between England and France. Answer B. It created the United Kingdom of Great Britain by uniting the kingdoms of England and Scotland. The Act of Union 1707 was a pivotal moment in British history, formalising the political union between England and Scotland. Question 26. Who was responsible for the establishment of the Church of England? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. King Henry VIII. C. King James I. D. Queen Victoria. Answer B. King Henry VIII. King Henry VIII established the Church of England, breaking away from the Roman Catholic Church, largely to secure a divorce from Catherine of Aragon. Question 27. What led to the English Civil War in the 17th century? A. A dispute over the succession to the throne. B. Religious differences between Catholics and Protestants. C. Conflicts between the monarchy and Parliament over governance. D. Economic downturn and widespread famine. Answer C. Conflicts between the monarchy and Parliament over governance. The English Civil War was primarily sparked by power struggles between King Charles I and Parliament, leading to a series of armed conflicts. Question 28. When did the Roman Empire first invade Britain? A. 55 BC, B. 43 AD, C. 1066 AD, D. 1215 AD. Answer: B. 43 AD. The Roman Empire first invaded Britain in 43 AD under Emperor Claudius, marking the beginning of several centuries of Roman rule. Question 29. What is the title given to the heir apparent of the British throne? A. Duke of Edinburgh, B. Prince of Wales, C. Earl of March, D. Baron of Renfrew. Answer: B. Prince of Wales. The title Prince of Wales is traditionally bestowed upon the male heir apparent to the British throne. Question 30. What was the primary reason behind the construction of Hadrian's Wall? A. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire, B. To protect Roman Britain from the Picts in Scotland, C. As a monument to Emperor Hadrian's power, D. To serve as a trade barrier. Answer: B. To protect Roman Britain from the Picts in Scotland. Hadrian's Wall was built to secure the frontier of Roman Britain and protect it from northern tribes. Question 31. When was the National Health Service, NHS, established? A. 1948, B. 1958, C. 1968, D. 1978. Answer: A. 1948. The National Health Service, NHS, was established in 1948, providing health care free at the point of use for all UK citizens. Question 32. What was the main impact of the Black Death on England in the 14th century? A. It led to the end of feudalism. B. It resulted in a significant population decline. C. It initiated the Industrial Revolution. D. It expanded English territories in Europe. Answer: B. It resulted in a significant population decline. The Black Death, a devastating global epidemic of bubonic plague, led to a massive population decrease in England and Europe. Question 33. Who was the first woman to be elected as a Member of Parliament in the UK? A. Margaret Thatcher, B. Nancy Astor, C. Emmeline Pankhurst, D. Elizabeth I. Answer: B. Nancy Astor. Nancy Astor was the first woman to take a seat as a Member of Parliament in the UK in 1919. Question 34. What major change did the Reform Act of 1832 bring to the British electoral system? A. Introduced secret ballots, B. Extended the franchise to women, C. Abolished property qualifications for voting, D. Expanded the electoral franchise and reformed the distribution of seats. Answer: D. Expanded the electoral franchise and reformed the distribution of seats. The Reform Act of 1832 made significant changes to the British electoral system, making it more representative. Question 35. What was the significance of the Battle of Waterloo for the UK? A. It marked the beginning of the British Empire's decline. B. It was a defeat that led to the loss of the American colonies. C. It was a decisive victory that ended Napoleon's rule. D. It initiated the 100 Years' War. Answer: C. It was a decisive victory that ended Napoleon's rule. The Battle of Waterloo in 1815 saw a decisive coalition victory led by the Duke of Wellington, ending Napoleon Bonaparte's rule and the Napoleonic Wars. Question 36. Which British scientist played a key role in the development of the theory of evolution? A. Isaac Newton. B. Charles Darwin. C. Stephen Hawking. D. Michael Faraday. Answer: B. Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin is renowned for his theory of evolution by natural selection, outlined in On the Origin of Species. Question 37. What landmark event marked the end of the Second World War in Europe? A. The signing of the Treaty of Versailles. B. The Battle of Britain. C. VE Day, Victory in Europe Day. D. The fall of the Berlin Wall. Answer: C. VE Day, Victory in Europe Day. VE Day on May 8, 1945 marked the formal acceptance by the Allies of Nazi Germany's unconditional surrender, thus ending World War II in Europe. Question 38. Who was the longest reigning monarch of the UK before Queen Elizabeth II? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George III. C. Queen Elizabeth I. D. King Henry VIII. Answer: A. Queen Victoria. Before Queen Elizabeth II, Queen Victoria was the longest reigning monarch in British history, serving from 1837 to 1901. Question 39. What is the significance of the Good Friday Agreement? A. It marked the UK's entry into the European Union. B. It was a peace accord that largely ended the conflict in Northern Ireland. C. It established the Commonwealth. D. It signified Britain's victory in the Falklands War. Answer: B. It was a peace accord that largely ended the conflict in Northern Ireland. The Good Friday Agreement of 1998 was a major political development, contributing to the peace process in Northern Ireland. Question 40. When did Scotland vote in a referendum on independence from the UK? A. 1997. B. 2000. C. 2014. D. 2017. Answer: C. 2014. Scotland held a referendum on independence from the UK in 2014, in which the majority voted to remain part of the UK. Question 41. What does the Commonwealth represent in terms of the UK's relationship with other countries? A. A military alliance. B. An economic union similar to the European Union. C. A political and cultural association of member states, most of which are former territories of the British Empire. D. A group of countries under British rule. Answer: C. A political and cultural association of member states, most of which are former territories of the British Empire. The Commonwealth signifies a commitment to shared values like democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. Question 42. What are the main components of the United Kingdom's unwritten constitution? A. The Magna Carta, the Bill of Rights, and the Acts of Parliament. B. The Declaration of Independence, the Federalist Papers, and the Emancipation Proclamation. C. The European Convention on Human Rights, the Treaty of Versailles, and the Charter of the United Nations. D. The Constitution of the United States, the Articles of Confederation, and the Treaty of Paris. Answer: A. The Magna Carta, the Bill of Rights, and the Acts of Parliament. The UK's constitution is not codified in a single document, but is based on statutes, conventions, judicial decisions, and historical documents. Question 43. Who was the Iron Lady of British politics? A. Queen Elizabeth II. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Theresa May. D. Nancy Astor. Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher, the first female Prime Minister of the UK, was known as the Iron Lady for her uncompromising politics and leadership style. Question 44. What historical event is commemorated by Guy Fawkes Night? A. The signing of the Magna Carta. B. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. C. The Battle of Britain. D. The coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. Answer: B. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Guy Fawkes Night, also known as Bonfire Night, commemorates the failed attempt by Guy Fawkes and others to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Question 45. Detail the cause and effect of the Enclosure Acts in Britain. A. They encouraged the development of the cottage industry by allowing more people to farm their own land. B. They led to significant social and economic displacement by enclosing common lands, contributing to urbanization and industrialization. C. They were enacted to improve agricultural efficiency by consolidating scattered lands, but resulted in widespread deforestation. D. They mandated the division of the British colonies, leading directly to the American Revolution. Answer: B. They led to significant social and economic displacement by enclosing common lands, contributing to urbanization and industrialization. The Enclosure Acts privatized common lands, pushing many to move to cities for work. Question 46. Who was the first British monarch of the House of Windsor? A. Queen Victoria. B. King Edward VII. C. King George V. D. Queen Elizabeth II. Answer: C. King George V. King George V changed the royal family's name to the House of Windsor in 1917, distancing the monarchy from its German origins during World War I. Question 47. What triggered the Peasants' Revolt in 1381? A. The introduction of the poll tax. B. Discontent with the monarchy's handling of the Black Death. C. A military draft for the 100 Years' War. D. The dissolution of the monasteries. Answer: A. The introduction of the poll tax. The Peasants' Revolt was largely triggered by the imposition of a poll tax, seen as unfair by the peasantry. Question 48. What role does the Speaker of the House of Commons play? A. Leads the government and sets legislative agenda. B. Acts as the head of state. C. Presides over debates in the House of Commons, maintaining order and neutrality. D. Represents the UK in international diplomacy. Answer: C. Presides over debates in the House of Commons, maintaining order and neutrality. The Speaker's role is crucial for the effective functioning of parliamentary debates. Question 49. When did the UK decriminalise homosexuality? A. 1967. B. 1988. C. 2000. D. 2014. Answer: A. 1967. The Sexual Offences Act of 1967 decriminalised homosexual acts in private between two men aged 21 or over in England and Wales. Question 50. What significant social reform did the Beveridge Report of 1942 propose? A. The creation of the National Health Service. B. The introduction of the education system. C. The abolition of the monarchy. D. The establishment of the Commonwealth. Answer: A. The creation of the National Health Service. The Beveridge Report laid the groundwork for the establishment of the welfare state, including the National Health Service. Question 51. Detail the origins and impact of the British welfare state. A. Originated from the Norman Conquest, leading to a feudal system of welfare. B. Developed in response to the Industrial Revolution, focusing on addressing the needs of the urban poor. C. Established by the Beveridge Report, aimed at eradicating want, disease, ignorance, squalor, and idleness. D. Created after World War II, primarily to serve veterans and their families. Answer: C. established by the Beveridge Report, aimed at eradicating want, disease, ignorance, squalor, and idleness. The welfare state was a series of reforms intended to provide social security from cradle to grave. Question 52. What was the primary cause of the Boer War? A. Religious differences between the British settlers and the Dutch Boers. B. The discovery of gold and diamonds in Boer-controlled territories. C. Border disputes between the UK and France over African territories. D. A desire to expand the British Empire into South America. Answer: B. The discovery of gold and diamonds in Boer-controlled territories. The economic interests and the strategic importance of the region led to the conflict between the British Empire and the Boer republics. Question 53. Who was the first female Speaker of the House of Commons? A. Betty Boothroyd. B. Nancy Astor. C. Margaret Thatcher. D. Harriet Harman. Answer: A. Betty Boothroyd. Betty Boothroyd was elected as the first female Speaker of the House of Commons in 1992, breaking new ground in a role traditionally held by men. Question 54. What was the purpose of the Domesday Book, commissioned by William the Conqueror? A. To record the outcomes of the Battle of Hastings. B. To serve as the first English constitution. C. To assess the extent of the land and resources owned in England for tax purposes. D. To document the laws of England. Answer: C. To assess the extent of the land and resources owned in England for tax purposes. The Domesday Book was a comprehensive survey for administrative and tax purposes. Question 55. What is the oldest university in the UK and when was it founded? A. Cambridge University, 1209. B. Oxford University, 1167. C. University of St Andrews, 1413. D. University of Edinburgh, 1582. Answer: B. Oxford University, 1167. Oxford University is recognized as the oldest university in the English-speaking world, with teaching existing in some form since 1167. Question 56. Describe the significance of the Tolpuddle martyrs in labour history. A. They led the first successful strike for higher wages in the UK. B. They were early trade unionists who were arrested for forming a trade union, becoming symbols of the labour movement. C. They invented the first labour-saving machine, revolutionizing industrial work. D. They were the founders of the Labour Party. Answer: B. They were early trade unionists who were arrested for forming a trade union, becoming symbols of the labour movement. The Tolpuddle martyr story is a key moment in the history of British labour rights and trade unionism. Question 57. Who was the British Prime Minister during the Suez Crisis? A. Winston Churchill. B. Harold Macmillan. C. Anthony Eden. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer: C. Anthony Eden. Anthony Eden was the British Prime Minister during the Suez Crisis of 1956, a pivotal event in post-war British history that marked the end of Britain's role as a global superpower. Question 58. What does the term devolution refer to in the UK context? A. The process of transferring powers from the central government to regional or local governments. B. The economic strategy of redistributing wealth across the UK. C. The legal process of revoking citizenship. D. The military strategy of decentralizing armed forces. Answer: A. The process of transferring powers from the central government to regional or local governments. Devolution in the UK has led to the establishment of the Scottish Parliament, the Welsh Assembly, and the Northern Ireland Assembly. Question 59. What was the main outcome of the Glorious Revolution? A. The establishment of the Commonwealth. B. The restoration of the monarchy under Charles II. C. The confirmation of parliamentary sovereignty over the monarchy. D. The beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Answer: C. The confirmation of parliamentary sovereignty over the monarchy. The Glorious Revolution of 1688 resulted in the overthrow of King James II and the establishment of constitutional monarchy with William and Mary. Question 60. Who was known as the Iron Duke for his role in the Napoleonic Wars? A. Duke of Wellington. B. Duke of Marlborough. C. Duke of Edinburgh. D. Duke of York. Answer: A. Duke of Wellington. Arthur Wellesley, the Duke of Wellington, earned the nickname Iron Duke for his decisive role in defeating Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo. Question 61. In which year was the Slave Trade Act, abolishing the slave trade within the British Empire, passed? A. 1701. B. 1807. C. 1833. D. 1865. Answer: B. 1807. The Slave Trade Act of 1807 abolished the slave trade in the British Empire, marking a significant step towards the end of slavery. Question 62. What are the Crown dependencies and how do they differ from the UK? A. Independent countries that share the British monarch. B. Territories within the UK with devolved governments. C. Self-governing possessions of the Crown, not part of the UK. D. Former colonies that retain a symbolic connection to the UK. Answer: C. Self-governing possessions of the Crown, not part of the UK. The Crown dependencies, which include the Channel Islands and the Isle of Man, have their own governments and are not part of the United Kingdom. Question 63. What landmark legal document in 1215 limited the powers of the king? A. The Bill of Rights. B. The Charter of Liberties. C. The Magna Carta. D. The Act of Settlement. Answer: C. The Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, was a landmark legal document that limited the powers of the king and laid the foundation for modern democracy. Question 64. What is the main function of the Cabinet in the UK government? A. To advise the Queen on state matters. B. To oversee the judiciary system. C. To make decisions on government policy. D. To represent the UK in international negotiations. Answer: C. To make decisions on government policy. The Cabinet, composed of senior government ministers, is responsible for making decisions on government policy and strategy. Question 65. Who was the first Archbishop of Canterbury? A. Saint Augustine. B. Thomas Becket. C. Thomas Cranmer. D. Rowan Williams. Answer: A. Saint Augustine. Saint Augustine became the first Archbishop of Canterbury in the 6th century, establishing the Church of England's primary episcopal see. Question 66. Describe the process and significance of the UK joining the European Economic Community. A. It marked the UK's commitment to European integration, joining in 1973 to enhance economic cooperation. B. It resulted in the UK's immediate withdrawal from all international alliances in 1957. C. It led to the UK adopting the euro as its currency in 1992. D. It was a purely symbolic move with no legal or economic implications, occurring in 1984. Answer: A. It marked the UK's commitment to European integration, joining in 1973 to enhance economic cooperation. The UK's accession to the European Economic Community, now the European Union, was a significant step towards greater economic integration with Europe. Question 67. What is the significance of the Stone of Scone in British history? A. It's the throne where all British monarchs are crowned. B. It symbolizes the monarchy's divine right to rule. C. It's an ancient stone used in the coronation of Scottish and later British monarchs. D. It represents the peace treaty between England and Scotland. Answer: C. It's an ancient stone used in the coronation of Scottish and later British monarchs. The Stone of Scone holds historical significance for its role in the coronation ceremonies. Question 68. Detail the role of the British monarch during the Victorian era. A. The monarch had absolute power and directly ruled the empire. B. The monarch was primarily a ceremonial figure with no real political power. C. Queen Victoria played a significant role in expanding the British Empire and influencing government policy. D. The monarchy was abolished during the Victorian era. Answer: C. Queen Victoria played a significant role in expanding the British Empire and influencing government policy. Though constitutional limits on the monarchy were in place, Queen Victoria was a highly influential figure in British politics and culture. Question 69. What was the main economic change during the Industrial Revolution in the UK? A. The transition from agrarian societies to industrial and urban economies. B. The decline of the British economy due to over-reliance on agriculture. C. The move towards a purely service-based economy. D. The abandonment of industrial practices in favor of manual labor. Answer: A. The transition from agrarian societies to industrial and urban economies. The Industrial Revolution marked a major shift in economic practices, leading to widespread industrialization and urbanization. Question 70. Who is credited with inventing the World Wide Web? A. Bill Gates. B. Steve Jobs. C. Tim Berners-Lee. D. Mark Zuckerberg. Answer: C. Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee, a British computer scientist, is credited with inventing the World Wide Web in 1989, revolutionizing information technology and communication. Question 71. What event marked the beginning of the English Renaissance? A. The coronation of Elizabeth I. B. The signing of the Magna Carta. C. The publication of William Shakespeare's First Folio. D. The defeat of the Spanish Armada. Answer: A. The coronation of Elizabeth I. The English Renaissance, a period of flourishing arts and culture, is often considered to have begun with the reign of Elizabeth I in 1558. Question 72. What major change occurred in the UK's governance system in 1999? A. The establishment of the Scottish Parliament and Welsh Assembly. B. The UK's entry into the European Union. C. The abolition of the monarchy. D. The transition to a fully presidential system. Answer: A. The establishment of the Scottish Parliament and Welsh Assembly. In 1999, devolution in the UK led to the creation of the Scottish Parliament and Welsh Assembly, marking a significant change in the country's governance structure. Question 73. Who was the first Briton in space? A. Neil Armstrong. B. Tim Peake. C. Helen Sharman. D. Yuri Gagarin. Answer: C. Helen Sharman. Helen Sharman became the first Briton in space in 1991, participating in a mission to the Mir space station. Question 74. What is the doctrine of the separation of powers in the UK Constitution? A. It mandates that the same person cannot hold office in both the legislative and judicial branches. B. It refers to the division of government responsibilities into distinct branches to limit any one branch from exercising the core functions of another. C. It is the principle that the monarchy should remain separate and above politics. D. It dictates that power is divided equally among all citizens. Answer B. It refers to the division of government responsibilities into distinct branches to limit any one branch from exercising the core functions of another. The doctrine of the separation of powers ensures that power is not concentrated in one branch of government, promoting checks and balances within the system. Question 75. What significant educational reform occurred in the UK in 1944? A. The introduction of compulsory education up to the age of 16. B. The establishment of the national curriculum. C. The Butler Act, which introduced the tripartite system of education. D. The abolition of tuition fees for higher education. Answer C. The Butler Act, which introduced the tripartite system of education. The 1944 Education Act, Butler Act, was a landmark piece of legislation that reformed the education system in Britain, making secondary education compulsory and establishing a framework for primary, secondary, and further education. Question 76. What treaty recognized the independence of the United States of America? A. The Treaty of Paris, 1783. B. The Magna Carta. C. The Treaty of Versailles. D. The Peace of Westphalia. Answer A. The Treaty of Paris, 1783. The Treaty of Paris ended the American Revolutionary War and recognized the independence of the United States, marking the beginning of a new era in British-American relations. Question 77. Who was known as the father of the British Navy? A. Sir Walter Raleigh. B. Sir Francis Drake. C. Henry VIII. D. Admiral Nelson. Answer C. Henry VIII. King Henry VIII is often credited as the father of the British Navy for his efforts in expanding and modernizing the Navy, establishing England as a formidable naval power. Question 78. What is the significance of the Bill of Rights 1689? A. It established the principles of regular parliaments, free elections, and freedom of speech within Parliament. B. It declared the independence of the American colonies. C. It was the founding document of the United Nations. D. It outlined the rights of workers and introduced the weekend. Answer A. It established the principles of regular parliaments, free elections, and freedom of speech within Parliament. The Bill of Rights 1689 is a foundational document in the UK's constitutional law, setting out the rights of Parliament and limits on the monarch's power, reinforcing the principle of constitutional monarchy. Question 79. What principle did the Magna Carta introduce regarding the monarchy? A. The monarchy could rule without consent from Parliament. B. The monarchy was granted divine rights. C. The monarchy's power was absolute and could not be challenged. D. The monarchy was subject to law, and citizens had rights that the king could not ignore. Answer D. The monarchy was subject to the law, and citizens had rights that the king could not ignore. The Magna Carta was a revolutionary document that established the principle that the monarchy was not above the law, laying early groundwork for modern democracy. Question 80. Name the battle in which Admiral Nelson died. A. The Battle of Trafalgar. B. The Battle of Waterloo. C. The Battle of Britain. D. The Battle of the Nile. Answer A. The Battle of Trafalgar. Admiral Horatio Nelson died at the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805, securing a pivotal victory against the French and Spanish fleets, but at the cost of his own life. Question 81. What are the 4 countries that make up the United Kingdom? A. England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. B. England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. C. England, Scotland, Wales and the Republic of Ireland. D. Great Britain, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. Answer A. England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. The United Kingdom is composed of these four constituent countries. Question 82. What was the primary aim of the Chartists? A. To abolish the monarchy. B. To establish a federal system in the UK. C. To gain political rights and suffrage for the working class. D. To promote free trade. Answer C. To gain political rights and suffrage for the working class. The Chartists were a working class movement in the 19th century that sought to expand suffrage and establish equal political rights. Question 83. Detail the significance of the Tolpuddle martyrs in British Labour history. A. They led the first successful general strike. B. They were executed for forming a trade union. C. They were transported to Australia for swearing oaths of secrecy as part of their union activities. D. They founded the Labour Party. Answer C. They were transported to Australia for swearing oaths of secrecy as part of their union activities. The Tolpuddle martyrs are significant for highlighting the early struggle for workers' rights and trade unionism in Britain. Question 84. Who composed the Enigma Variations? A. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. B. Edward Elgar. C. Ludwig van Beethoven. D. Frédéric Chopin. Answer B. Edward Elgar. Edward Elgar composed the Enigma Variations, which are among his most famous works and a significant contribution to classical music. Question 85. What role does the Prime Minister play in the UK government? A. Head of State. B. Head of the Church of England. C. Head of the Judiciary. D. Head of Government. Answer D. Head of Government. The Prime Minister is the head of the UK government, responsible for overseeing the operation of the government and the execution of its policies. Question 86. What was the primary outcome of the Battle of Agincourt? A. It ended the Viking invasions of England. B. It was a decisive victory for England in the 100 Years' War against France. C. It resulted in Scotland gaining independence from England. D. It marked the beginning of the English Civil War. Answer B. It was a decisive victory for England in the 100 Years' War against France. The Battle of Agincourt in 1415 is renowned for its significant impact on the course of the 100 Years' War. Question 87. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Theresa May. D. Indira Gandhi. Answer B. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first woman to serve as Prime Minister of the UK, holding office from 1979 to 1990. Question 88. What is the oldest university in the UK, and in which year was it founded? A. University of Oxford, founded in 1167. B. University of Cambridge, founded in 1209. C. University of St Andrews, founded in 1413. D. University of Edinburgh, founded in 1582. Answer A. University of Oxford, founded in 1167. The University of Oxford is recognized as the oldest university in the English-speaking world. Question 89. What major change occurred in the UK's governance system in 1999? A. The adoption of the euro as the national currency. B. The establishment of devolved administrations in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. C. The UK's entry into the European Union. D. The abolition of the House of Lords. Answer B. the establishment of devolved administrations in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. This change granted these regions greater autonomy and legislative powers. Question 90. Who is credited with inventing the World Wide Web? A. Steve Jobs. B. Bill Gates. C. Tim Berners-Lee. D. Mark Zuckerberg. Answer: C. Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee, a British computer scientist, invented the World Wide Web, revolutionizing the way information is shared and accessed globally. Question 91. What was the main reason for the construction of Hadrian's Wall? A. To serve as a trade barrier. B. To protect the Roman Empire from the Picts and Scots. C. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire. D. As a monument to Emperor Hadrian's vanity. Answer: B. To protect the Roman Empire from the Picts and Scots. Hadrian's Wall was built to secure the northern frontier of Roman Britain from invasions. Question 92. In which year did Scotland vote in a referendum on independence from the UK? A. 1997. B. 2000. C. 2014. D. 2017. Answer: C. 2014. Scotland held a referendum on independence in 2014, in which the majority of Scottish voters chose to remain part of the United Kingdom. Question 93. What role does the Speaker of the House of Commons play? A. To lead the opposition party. B. To represent the UK in diplomatic missions. C. To preside over debates, maintaining order and neutrality. D. To act as the personal advisor to the monarch. Answer: C. To preside over debates, maintaining order and neutrality. The Speaker of the House of Commons is responsible for ensuring that debates are conducted fairly and according to parliamentary rules. Question 94. Name the treaty that ended the War of the Spanish Succession. A. The Treaty of Utrecht. B. The Treaty of Versailles. C. The Treaty of Paris. D. The Treaty of Westphalia. Answer: A. The Treaty of Utrecht. The Treaty of Utrecht in 1713 ended the War of the Spanish Succession and redefined European power dynamics. Question 95. Who was the British monarch during the Great Exhibition of 1851? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George III. C. Queen Elizabeth II. D. King Edward VII. Answer: A. Queen Victoria. The Great Exhibition of 1851, held in London, was a showcase of the Industrial Revolution and British imperialism under Queen Victoria's reign. Question 96. What Act established the principle of judicial independence in the UK? A. The Act of Settlement 1701. B. The Magna Carta 1215. C. The Bill of Rights 1689. D. The Human Rights Act 1998. Answer: A. The Act of Settlement 1701. This act established the independence of the judiciary, ensuring that judges could act impartially and free from influence by the Crown or Parliament. Question 97. Detail the historical context and impact of the Magna Carta on modern democracy. A. It was a peace treaty that ended a war between rival Baron factions. B. It represented the first time a monarch's power was formally limited by a group of subjects. C. It established the Church of England independent of the Catholic Church. D. It marked the unification of England and Scotland under one crown. Answer: B. It represented the first time a monarch's power was formally limited by a group of subjects. The Magna Carta is considered a foundational document of constitutional law, influencing the development of democracy by limiting the powers of the king and laying down legal principles. Question 98. Explain the role of the British Empire in the spread of the English language. A. The English language spread primarily through the migration of English-speaking populations to other continents. B. The British Empire had no significant role in the spread of the English language. C. The spread of English was mainly due to the popularity of English literature and media. D. Through colonization and trade, the British Empire facilitated the global spread of the English language, making it a lingua franca in many regions. Answer: D. Through colonization and trade, the British Empire facilitated the global spread of the English language, making it a lingua franca in many regions. The legacy of the British Empire includes the widespread use of English around the world. Question 99. What was the impact of the swinging 60s on British culture and society? A. It marked a period of economic decline and cultural stagnation. B. The decade saw a cultural revolution that challenged traditional norms and introduced new trends in music, fashion, and the arts. C. It was characterized by a return to Victorian values and aesthetics. D. The swinging 60s primarily affected political institutions, with little impact on culture and society. Answer: B. The decade saw a cultural revolution that challenged traditional norms and introduced new trends in music, fashion, and the arts. The swinging 60s is remembered for its significant impact on British culture, symbolizing a period of social change and liberation. Question 100. Describe the process of decolonization and its impact on the British Empire. A. Decolonization was a peaceful transition that had no impact on the British Empire. B. It involved the rapid granting of independence to colonies, significantly reducing the size and influence of the British Empire. C. The process was primarily driven by the British monarchy's decision to release colonies. D. Decolonization led to the expansion of the British Empire through the establishment of new colonies. Answer: B. It involved the rapid granting of independence to colonies, significantly reducing the size and influence of the British Empire. Decolonization marked the end of imperial rule for many territories and reshaped global political boundaries, leading to the emergence of new sovereign nations.